All right, guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at a case that I was really excited to get in, and we finally got it. And today we are taking a look at the Phone Rebel Gen 6 Frosted. Now, I don't have the regular Gen 6 yet, which I'm super excited to get. Can't wait till that comes in. But Phone Rebel has been killing it with their cases. We had the Air, which last year I absolutely loved that case. The Phone Rebel Air 2 was really good, especially for that price point. Very nice. But we had the Gen 5, the Frosted Gen 5, all these different cases, the Flex. Well, now this is the newest iteration, the Gen 6, and I'm really impressed by some of those changes that they have made. And a huge shout out to Phone Rebel for sending the case over to me to review for you guys. So, taking a look at the packaging. On the front, we are looking at your case here. Now, this is the Frosted Gen 6. Like I said, it is going to have those black accents. Now, coming in on the back, you get a whole bunch of information here about the case, so let's quickly run through it. First of all, you're getting interchangeable components for the camera and your buttons. You're getting an inner and outer anti-scratch, anti-fingerprinting matte texture, which I'm not sure about the anti-scratch. We'll take a look at that in a second, and you guys be the judge of that. But you do get that, and of course you are getting those TPE shock-absorbing corners. Now you are getting 360-degree comfort, modular design, anti-shock, easy swipe, super grip, strong magnets, frosted feel and look, tactile buttons, and you do get a 2.5D screen protector. So if you are picking up a Phone Rebel, that's like a one-stop shop. You get your case, you get your screen protector, that's pretty much all you need. And the greatest thing is all Phone Rebel cases, as far as I know, do come with a screen protector. So for the price on this one, which is $42.99, you're really getting it all in one package. So that is definitely something worth taking a look at. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we get. Classic Phone Rebel presentation. You are getting your case here, and also this is where your 2.5D screen protector is, and it is a tempered glass screen protector right there. I'm not going to be installing it on my phone because I already have one on there, but that is awesome to know that you get all of that with one package. So starting off with the back, you are getting this frosted polycarbonate that they do say is anti-fingerprint and anti-scratch. However, I believe that the anti-scratch may be a little bit wrong just because it looks like right there and a little bit over here, I am getting the faintest scratches. It's very hard to tell unless you're really looking at it well, but the fingerprint aspect of that is 100% correct. You're not getting any fingerprints on the back of this, so that's very nice. Now, of course, you are getting your metal camera ring right here that is interchangeable, as well as your buttons are interchangeable right there. You are going to see your MagSafe magnet and alignment magnet and a little bit of Phone Rebel branding right here. Now, going to the inside, you get that same polycarbonate, and right here, your MagSafe and alignment magnet. Now, one thing that Phone Rebel said they improved is last year, that alignment magnet was coming out of the case, actually, and being stuck onto some people's phones that I've seen pictures of. It personally did not happen to me, but I have seen a bunch of pictures of that. So I'm really glad that Phone Rebel actually improved that with this case. Can't wait to see how it lasts over time. But anyways, taking a look at the inside, you are going to get those TPU sides, as well as those four corners of that TPE protective shock absorbing material. So if you do drop this, you will be good to go. Now, you do have real screws in there that do hold your camera ring together. However, hopefully this year they do not unscrew. I have not had that issue while taking this on and off of my phone, but I know last year that was a little bit of an issue, so I'm hoping to see that all of these will be improved. Like I said, I have not had that issue, and I've had this and been using it for a good little bit now, for probably 4 or 5 days. No issues so far. So let's go ahead and bring over our scale and caliper. We'll see how much this thing weighs, and we'll take a look at how thick it is. Now, starting off with the scale, we're looking at 52 grams, guys. So it's not the heaviest case in the world, not the lightest case, but with the Phone Rebel, at least with this Frosted, you feel the weight of it just a tiny little bit. It's a little bit thinner than last year, but just having your iPhone in here, now don't get me wrong, the iPhone is also pretty heavy, but you do feel the weight of it a tiny, tiny bit. Is that a deal breaker for this case? No, absolutely not. I did just want to mention that you do kind of feel the weight of it a little bit. But anyways, let's set our scale off to the side and take a look at how thick it is. Now, this year, the Gen 6 is actually thinner than the Gen 5 was. So looking at front to back, you are looking at 11.3 millimeters. And from inside to outside, we are looking at 3.1 millimeters. So it's not the thickest case in the world, and I am really glad to see that it is a little bit thinner than last year. I always love to see that improvement, but also keeping that same drop protection. Really excited to see that. So anyways, let's go ahead and set all this off here, and let's take our natural titanium iPhone 16 Pro Max and put it in this case. Now, the way that this looks together is really good, and that's one of the reasons I love the Natty so much. It really looks so good with all these other cases. But anyways, let's listen out to that click and how that sounds. I had to use two hands to get this thing on here. The fit on this is super, super tight. Let's keep that about phone cases now. Pay attention. But anyways, yeah, really good fit on here. Checking out those sides, you are getting no movement at all. I mean, the buttons have the slightest bit. The top is really good. I mean, no movement there. The bottom is really good as well. All around, very good. And checking out that camera control button, if you do pull this material here, it's going right back into place. That TPU is not going anywhere, and it really doesn't move too much itself either. So that is really, really nice to see. The attention to detail with that is very nice. Now, looking at how those corners sound, let's listen to those clicks. 1, good. 2, good click there. 3, and 4. Very nice clicks onto those corners. As you guys saw, I had a little bit of difficulty just popping the phone into the case with that click test. It is a super tight fit, so you absolutely do not have to worry about this coming off of your phone. If you drop it, no issues with that whatsoever. Now, let's go ahead and look at that camera and screen protection. Before we do that, I'll give this a little bit of a wipe down because the fingerprints are horrendous on my phone right now. So, I am using a full coverage tempered glass screen protector. And of course, Phone Rebel is going to give you those raised corners and raised screen lips right there. So you can absolutely set this down on pretty much any surface and you will be good to go. But also they maintain that the sides are smooth and flush to the phone. So the swiping left and right is really, really easy. Even from the bottom, the top up here, they really thought about us with that swipe. It is very good. And of course, you're getting that protection everywhere that you need it, but nothing interfering with the use of your phone. So that's really good there. Now, taking a look at that camera protection, you do get a nice proper camera ring right there. So you can absolutely set this down on just about any surface and you will be good to go there. Now, this thing is going to rock on the desk, which most cases do. Let's be honest. That's just a test that I like to do for you guys, but almost all cases, because of that big old camera bump that the 16s have and a lot of the previous iPhones had, a lot of them are going to rock. If you want a case that's not going to rock, you can check out something like the D-brand grip. That is one case that I have that actually does not rock at all, and it's a great case as well. But either way, on the back here, there's one change that I actually kind of like that they fixed, and that is that they got rid of these little claws here on the back. There used to be one right there, here, and there, just like it is on the screen, but it was on the back. Now, one thing those did was help with the protection of the back of the case, but for me, I always found that they were just a little bit uncomfortable to hold, and this year, it is much, much better. I really appreciate that they got rid of those because they were just digging into my palm all the time. I wasn't a huge fan. Now, speaking of which, how does this feel in the hand? And it has been really, really comfortable to use. It's very comfortable to hold. Besides the fact that you feel the weight of it a little bit, that's not a deal breaker at all. Don't let that discourage you. It is not a pinky destroyer. For all you guys who hold your phone like me, it is not a pinky destroyer at all. Use this with confidence. No issues with that whatsoever. Now, taking a look around the sides of the case, starting off at the top, we are going to get it completely closed in, and you are going to get some Phone Rebel branding right there. On the left-hand side, you do have a completely closed inside with your action button, volume up and down, and the rest of it has this grip. Now, with this grip, it also isn't as crazily textured as it was last year, which again, very welcome change, at least for me, because it was just before almost felt a little too rough. Now you still get that same great grip on this case, but you don't have that like crazy sandpaper almost, or like that whatever, real jagged feeling on here. You don't have that, but you still get that really nice grip. So that is a much, much appreciated change. Now, speaking of these buttons, let's listen to how they sound real quick. Very nice, very clicky buttons. Now, two things about these buttons. Number one, they do not protrude like they did last year. They are a lot more flush with the case, which I don't really mind that actually. I think it feels really nice. It kind of adds it, makes it look a little bit more sleek, but they are a tiny bit more difficult to kind of find if it's like in your pocket or if it's in a bag or something. They're a little bit more difficult to find, so maybe having them a little bit raised like they used to be will be the better option for this case. But also number two, this year these buttons rattle a little tiny bit. So let's listen to how that sounds real quick. I hope that was able to pick that up on the microphone, but the buttons do rattle a tiny bit. Now, you're only going to hear it if you shake your phone. Otherwise, you don't really hear it. The buttons click perfectly every single time. They are nice metal buttons that feel really good to click. No issues with those whatsoever, but it's just something that I had to point out for you guys. Now, moving along to the bottom, you do have your accurate microphone and speaker cutouts, as well as a nice wide open USB Type-C port, which before, this USB-C port was very narrow on the previous Gen 5, the Gen 4. They finally listened and fixed it, and now all of your thicker head cables should fit in here with no issues. Now, let's actually bring over our anchor cable and test that here real quick. Let's see. There we go. We are charging. And yeah, very nice wide open USB Type-C port, so you'll have absolutely no issues with that. Now moving along to the right hand side, you are going to get that grip. Your camera control button is exposed here, and then you do get your power button there. Now, speaking of that camera control, it is very nicely grooved into there. So you'll have absolutely no issues sitting here taking it. Let's go ahead and click it. You can kind of zoom in, zoom out a little bit, all that fun stuff. Go ahead and take a picture of ourselves right there. Boom. Let's take a look at that. Just kind of a nice little proof right there. Very easy to click that camera control button. You'll have no issues with that. I really appreciate that. Even though this doesn't have an actual button on here, that it is grooved in. No sharp edges, no sharp corners, none of that. It's going to be very, very comfortable to click. So let's go ahead and get to the MagSafe on here. Now, the MagSafe on Phone Rebel cases has always been really strong. This year is no different. So starting off with our Apple MagSafe wallet, put that, oh, that was weak. Hold on. Let's try that one more time. There we go. There's our animation. And with a frosted case on leather or on a fine woven wallet, if you give it a little bit of pressure, it is going to come off. But that's unfortunately one of those things you have to deal with a smooth texture like leather or the fine woven. And this very smooth polycarbonate back. There's no real grip on the back of this case, so it's one of those things. But if you hear that MagSafe is strong, so it's not going to come off unless you really sit here and like try to get it to come off. But putting it in your pocket, your purse, your sling bag, your backpack, all of that will be just fine. Don't worry about it. Now, moving over to our Apple MagSafe battery pack. There we go. Animation. And with this one, I have no issues. You can sit here and shake it like you're mad at it, shake it like it owes you money, shake it like it hurts you. Just shake it and you'll be good to go. No issues with the MagSafe on this one. I mean, I'm shaking it really hard and I have no problems. Now, of course, oh, that even is a little bit difficult to take off. But of course, it also depends on what surface you have on the back of it. I use the Apple MagSafe battery pack for my test here, and it's stuck on there very well with no issues. If you have a slippery back with the MagSafe, it may end up coming off if you shake it real hard, but nobody's really doing that. I just do that, you know, just for the videos for you guys. But anyways, moving along to our Anchor 623, go ahead and attach that, and yeah, no issues with this magnet. You really gotta give it a good shake with your wrist in order for that to come off. So you'll have absolutely no issues there. Now, going ahead to our 360-degree rotation test, let's go ahead and sit here and swipe on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, write a text, write an email, which, by the way, make sure you guys follow me on my socials. Links are down in the description below. But yeah, you will be just fine with that. Then you want to go ahead and flip it to landscape, get on YouTube, watch your favorite Brian's Tech video, go ahead and sit here, rewind, fast forward, play, pause, and you'll be absolutely good to go. You'll have no problems with this whatsoever. Now, do I recommend the Phone Rebel Gen 6 Frosted, which, by the way, look at how good that looks with the natural titanium iPhone. that looks really, really good. But yes, I absolutely recommend the Gen 6 Frosted. You are getting a very good protective case. You're getting great MagSafe. You're getting great buttons, interchangeable buttons, and the camera ring. You're getting an included tempered glass screen protector, all for the price of $43. Now, links are down in the description below for you guys to check it out for yourself. But yeah, this is a really good case. I'm super excited to get the Gen 6 Aramid, the original version, in. Can't wait for that to come in. I already have the Flex in, which the review for that is coming very soon. But yeah, all in all, this is a very, very nice case. I always recommend the Phone Rebels, especially the last 2 years. These things are really solid. If you're looking for one case that's going to give you super good protection, not too thick, not too crazy, very comfortable to use, great case overall, absolutely check out the Phone Rebel Gen 6. But let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. That goes a really long way. If you guys want to see another really good protective case option that I was talking about, there you go with the D-Brand grip. I'll leave that video right here. If you guys want to see the screen protector I'm using, which is actually my favorite tempered glass screen protector, I'll leave that video right there.